Who does the Bible say I am? Bible verses, PDF, quiz, unique facts, classes. Who does the Bible say I am? The Bible is a source of knowledge for many people and provides guidance for life. It is full of wisdom, and its teachings can be used to help us understand who we are. In the Bible, Jesus says I am the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6. This statement is a powerful message about who we are and our relationship to God. The Bible teaches that we are beloved creations of God, made in His image and likeness. Genesis 1:27. We are also beloved children of God, chosen to be part of His family. Ephesians 1:3-6. God created us to be a special people, with unique gifts and talents. Romans 12:6-8. The Bible also says that we are to love God and others, to honor Him, and to live our lives in obedience and service. Matthew 22:37-39. As we come to understand who the Bible says we are, we can live our lives in a way that honors God and blesses others. Who does the Bible say I am? The Bible is a powerful source of knowledge and guidance. It has been used to shape cultures and societies for centuries and continues to be a major source of inspiration and insight. As Christians, it is important to understand and embrace our identity as children of God. In this blog post, we will explore who the Bible says we are, discovering how we can use its teachings to shape our lives. Created in God's image. Understanding what the Bible says. The Bible is clear that we are made in the image of God. Genesis 1:27 states, "So God created mankind in His own image. In the image of God He created them. Male and female He created them." This verse reveals that we are created with purpose and intent, with the image of God in our very being. We are made with purpose and have the ability to choose how we live our lives. Embracing God's self-will. Exploring what the Bible says. God gave us free will so that we can make our own choices. Deuteronomy 30:19-20 reads, "I call heaven and earth to witness against you today, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore choose life, that you and your offspring may live." God gave us the power to choose what we do and how we live, making us accountable for our choices. We must understand that we will be held accountable for our choices and live our lives in accordance with God's self-will. What the Bible says. Pros and cons of free will. Pros of free will. Freedom of choice. Free will gives us the ability to make our own choices and decisions. We are able to choose between good and bad, right and wrong, and even between different paths. This freedom gives us the power to determine our own fate and shape our own lives. Responsibility. Free will allows us to take responsibility for our actions. When we are able to choose our own actions, we are able to accept the consequences of those actions. This encourages us to make the right choices and act in a responsible manner. Moral agency. Free will gives us the power to act in accordance with our moral beliefs and values. We are able to make ethical decisions and take action in accordance with our beliefs and values, which enhances our moral character. Self-determination. Free will allows us to determine our own destiny. We are able to make decisions that will shape our lives and our future, allowing us to pursue our own dreams and goals. Cons of free will. Misuse. Free will gives us the power to make our own choices, but it also gives us the power to make bad choices. This can lead to dangerous and harmful consequences if we misuse our free will. Guilt and shame. Free will can lead to feelings of guilt and shame when we make bad decisions or do something wrong. This can lead to a sense of regret or self-loathing, which can be very difficult to cope with. Conflict. Free will can lead to conflict if two people have different opinions on what is right and wrong. This can lead to arguments, disagreements, and even violence if the differences become too great. Anxiety. Free will also can create feelings of anxiety, as we have to make difficult decisions and accept the consequences of our actions. This can be a very difficult and stressful process. Ruling the earth. Exploring what the Bible says. The Bible also speaks of our responsibility to rule the earth. Genesis 1:28 states, "And God blessed them. And God said to them, Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over every living thing that moves on the earth." We are given the power to rule the earth and we must use it wisely. We must use our power to make the world a better place and to care for the environment. Bible responsibilities. That children of God and ruling the earth respect God's sovereignty. Children of God have a responsibility to respect God's sovereignty and obey His commands. Deuteronomy 6:5 says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength." Follow God's laws. Children of God are also responsible for following all of God's laws. Leviticus 19:18 says, "Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord." Take care of creation. Children of God have the responsibility to take care of God's creation. Genesis 1:26-28 says, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." Love one another. Children of God have a responsibility to love one another. John 13:34 states, "A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another." Serve God. Children of God have a responsibility to serve God and to serve others. Matthew 25:40 says, "The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." Be accountable. Children of God have a responsibility to be accountable to God and to others. Matthew 5:16 says, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Pursue righteousness. Children of God are also responsible for pursuing righteousness. Romans 12:2 states, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing and perfect will." Preparing for eternity. What the Bible says, it is important to remember that our lives on earth are not eternal. In 2 Corinthians 5:10, it says, "For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each one may receive what is due for what he has done in the body, whether good or evil." We must live our lives in such a way that we are prepared for eternity. We must strive to live a life of righteousness and holiness in order to be prepared for eternity. Recognizing ourselves as God's children. What the Bible says, the Bible also speaks of our identity as children of God. In 1 John 3:1 it says, "See what kind of love the Father has given to us, that we should be called children of God, and so we are." We are children of God and we must recognize and embrace this identity. We must strive to live a life that is pleasing to God and to be a good example to those around us. Father, grandfather, minister, missionary, deacon, elder, author, welcome to our family. View all posts.